Live. Okay. I don't think I messed anything up, but yeah. Okay. Setup is being set up. Strange. Okay. Sure. Anyways, this is day 149 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Last time, yesterday, I decided to take a pause from streaming just to watch the Intro to Systems students attempt to finish up their labs. Out of 4 students, only one of them completed the lab. 2 of them got really close, so they took a late day, and then one of them decided to not start it at all. So Lord knows what's gonna happen to them. But regardless, I'm here now. The day before that, we started doing our big coloring algorithm, which was it's a little more difficult than I thought it would be, but we got it done. This time, my goal is to get pre-coloring done, and then maybe fixing up interference, depending on how time permits. I know I mentioned that maybe I would do a longer stream today. It turns out I've very terribly misscheduled something, and I do in fact have an hour. So yeah, we'll see how much time everything takes, and we'll see where I end up at the end of the hour. But yeah, I guess pre-coloring is the big thing, so I guess we can get straight into it. Actually, setup wise, wonder if I can just yoink this tab real quick, just out of curiosity. Oh, but then it's zoomed in. Okay, I don't wish to do that. There we go, first try. Okay, so this was the big slush pile we had last time. So the pruning stuff is up here. This just uses the degree less than n rule. I should probably say that somewhere. Degree less than r. We'll just do that. So the idea is if the degree of a node is less than r, which is the number of registers we have, it necessarily will be colorable. So yeah, so that is the heuristic we use, and then from there we just stick a node onto the stack, pray it's colorable, and then we just keep going. And then later on we assign the registers. I'm trying to figure out what's happening here. We get all of the colors of the neighbors. Or we get all of the neighbors, and if they have a color, we add that to set, and then we just find the first, or I guess the smallest available color that that doesn't have, or we find the smallest color that we can use to color it. Let's look in debugging SSA once again. That is rough. Yeah, I feel like that was kind of a pain when I did it, so hopefully that all goes well. Yeah, and then here we add a new color if it comes down to it. Yeah, okay, so we could, based off of this, this is most of our coloring stuff. It all looked about right. Interview today went well though. Ooh, good stuff. My water bottle's empty. I'll resolve that later. Yeah, I guess let me know how everything turns out once you end up getting the offer. Yeah, so when we tested, we did a little bit of hand testing, or at least we just ran this with output, and it looked fine. I think here we print it. Yeah, we print the coloring, and it was all fine. So, yippee. So the one thing we're missing here is pre-coloring. So we have some instructions, and by some I mean shift instruction, I guess. That has a constraint on the register, on one of the registers, because that needs to be the RCX ECX. I don't really know what the generic unsized name of it is, but that register. So the way we indicate that is, I believe, I don't remember where this lives. I think it's in operand. We have like this constraint. Yeah, we have this constrained register type. So this is basically a virtual register, but it also has this additional like constraint field. So that like kind of makes a mess. I'm trying to figure out what we want to do with that. I guess we should probably make a quick test in some capacity. Log. What changed here? Oh. Let's just add this real quick. Or descriptive comment. Okay, cool. Anyways, so with that, what do we want to do? There's something about, oh yeah, I was gonna, do we still print this? I hope we don't print this. Let's rebuild real quick. If this doesn't print, then great. Zoop. Okay, we don't print anymore. That's good. So now what we can do is, just because it's annoying to like dig through the big op test, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make a new test. So we're just gonna make this like shift. Actually not here. Let's make it an input. Yeah, so we can do that. And then what we can do is we can kind of just steal these, I think. So we can joink those. I'm not sure why the colors here are all strange. I guess Vega's being strange. Let's pick a different color scheme. Let's use Carbon Fox today. I'm feeling, actually, let's not use Carbon Fox. There's a different one I was thinking about. TerraFox. There we go. Yippee. I used this one for a bit. It made me quite happy. Yeah. Hopefully this shows up on stream kind of alright. If it doesn't, then like unlucky. I will have to do something about it. Okay, yeah. So we have this shift test. Let's stick this in here. I think this is fine, to be honest. Maybe I should like put more stuff in here. I don't really know what else to do with it. Looks good? Okay, neat. We'll stick in like int C is like, I don't know, A left shift 8, I don't know. And then we can do this here as well with like right shift. What's good, Romy? Good to see you. We can work with this test. I think this is good. So we want to, let's just rerun this with shift. We don't really care about output yet. Oh, right. 0. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. Why is that failing? Let's actually give it op. Wait, yeah. Okay, so this works with O0. I'm not sure why this is failing. Oh, right. Right, that needs to spill, huh? Is that what's happening? That might be what's happening, actually. Let's stick this in. Let's Valgrind this. Or can I? Is there a better way to do this, actually? Maybe I should like actually learn GDB. I don't have GDB. Oh, args. How do I do this again? Dash args, I think it was? Yeah. Sure, debug info D. Sure. Great. BT. We are stuck in liveness? Wait, something's off. I don't know. Maybe I should properly learn GDB at some other point. I guess I could just stick it in Valgrind again, because that's my lazy way of getting backtrace. I should probably learn how to like use GDB without my LSP slush. Okay. Okay, maybe we should just print something. Yeah, let's go to liveness. Let's print something, or not liveness. Fragile luck. Print or spill time. Let's do that. Oh, we 100. This is actually 100% the thing. It's F and I see. Okay, well, I mean, there's also the whole not knowing GDB thing. So, lots of things on the plate. N is the depth. I see. Okay. Oh yeah, like frame, and then like the frame, I guess. Okay, we got IO stream. Let's make. I feel like this is what's happening. I feel like we are in fact unable to color, and that is what's happening. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a problem. I guess that is very much a problem. We'll figure that out later. Okay. So in the meantime, what we're gonna do, let's do shift. Let's zoop that. Let's zoop that. Does this mean we already pre-color somehow? Wait, we might actually. Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know. Let's give this a try. Let's also, or let's go to coloring. Maybe we also just print everything again. Yeah, let's steal that again. We'll just keep the comment as it was. Let's just do that. Okay. Okay, what else do we do here? I think this is good. I'm kind of curious what these print out actually, so I'm gonna keep those. Okay, wait. Let's do it without that. Zoop. Okay, so seg faults. What the fuck? Okay. That's not supposed to happen? I'm not sure. Oh, there's a null pointer. There is a null pointer. Okay, color. Or wait, which of these is a null pointer? Ah, coloring is. Okay, so, or this side is a null pointer. So if color, then color to string, else it's null, I guess. uncolorable. And then we can do that, I guess. And that also cleans it up a little bit, I guess, accidentally. One second. Okay. So you have this built. Oh lord, okay. What's good, BM? Good to see you. I'm having a hard time. Yeah, I am. Something tells me I messed up the order somehow. Trying to figure out where. Let's stick a new line here. Yeah, we're doing print debugging like a noob. Zoop, okay. So where are we in the... I think what's happening is like we're just vomiting out bad values. Because we don't really have a good heuristic here. I guess what we could do right now, just so we get the order correct. So I guess if there are virtual registers, stick one on the stack. Otherwise, put a physical register on the stack. There we go. So we can do that. And then... yeah. So I guess... we'll just do like some gross dynamic cast stuff for now. I'll like replace this with a proper algorithm once we get there, but... yeah. We'll figure that out in a second. Also what we could do is we could make the degree, or we could make this spill cost as just like literally like 100 if it's a physical register. Yeah, we could do that. That lets us like get closer to this algorithm. We haven't implemented spill cost yet, so 100 if physical reg and 0, I guess, and 1 if, let's do like 1,000 and 100 if virtual. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, so let's steal this line again. So then we can just go through this. So then, let's see. So we could do like auto min cost. So that equal, min cost equals, let's make this uint64. We can just make this -1, so it's max value, I guess. I don't know if this isn't UB, right? I don't think this is UB. Yeah, so that's the min cost. And then we can do like int64t min cost reg, I guess. Let's call this reg. Yeah, there we go. This is fine. This is auto. What do we do with this? I can't say null pointer right now. Let's just, okay, we might have to LAR. Actually we could just do front, right? Say remaining begin first. I guess we could do that. Alright, this should be an arrow. There we go. This is very clunky. I would like to avoid this, but okay. So we can go through this. Cost. Let's just do. We'll just be really clunky with the types for now, because this is kind of a temporary implementation, just so this works. So this cost will be. 1 second. Let me thumbs up something. What's good, Niraj? Good to see you. I'm fighting for my life over an infinite loop because of something I have done. Okay, so this cost is. No theme switches have been wild. Yeah, I just like having a little fun, you know. What can I say? Maybe I should like configure my NeoVim so that like it just picks a random theme whenever I start it. I don't know. That could be interesting. It could be very exhausting as well, but it feels nice just like messing around with this at least. Let's actually change it again. Let's pick. What do we want to use? Let's use Night Fox. What's that for loop syntax? It's just a for each. For each, but I have destructured the pair. So remaining is a map from register to set of register. So this is destructuring the pair. So this is the register, and then this is the set of register. Hopefully that's like clear enough. What's good, Max? Good to see you. Okay, so cost is equal to. I guess we could just auto this. So if reg, so we can get reg num. So if this is register num virtual, then it has a low cost. So I guess we'll do 100 for now. Otherwise, it is 100. Let's make it a really big number. Let's make these interesting numbers. Yeah, let's do that. Just big number. If physical. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Call it a day. Just made the switch because I accidentally deleted VS Code. Huh. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I feel like the terminal-based workflow is low-key nicer anyway, so I guess hopefully you agree with that as well. Dual boot Ubuntu in a couple of days. Yippee. Is there a reason you picked Ubuntu instead of like any other distro, or just curious is all? What's good, Prati? How's GCC++ going? It is definitely going. I'm infiniting somewhere because I was lazy with my temporary implementation, so I'm being a little bit less lazy with my temporary implementation. It's still very lazy, but it's a lot better. Okay. Let's min cost, I guess. Val, I guess. I don't really know what to name this. I guess min val min reg, I guess. We'll just call it that. I think Ubuntu is widely supported and it looks the best balance of clean and usable. That's fair enough, yeah. The only reason I'm like asking is because I feel like Fedora makes a lot of sense just from like a dev perspective. Like, it feels really awful just like being pinned to like Ubuntu's version of Python, for instance. So like Ubuntu or default Python version on each Linux package manager. So there's like a nice website, I feel like, or like Ubuntu, or what's the apt Python version? Is there a place I can like look at this? Jesus Christ. Okay, like, yeah. So like, it's kind of annoying just like being pinned to one of these as opposed to like most recent. Or like NeoVim is another good example. NeoVim default or version on each distro. I believe there's a nice like table somewhere. Or like there's a nice website. It's not this. It's here? Maybe it's on the NeoVim GitHub? Let's see. Release a Deepin base since I Kali. I see. Fair enough, yeah. I'm just like, this is just like kind of my thought process at a glance. Releases? Is there something here? I swear there's a really nice page. Supported platforms? No, this is where we were. What part of the graph coloring algo are you working on currently? I'm currently working on just like, so this part is like literally just like the coloring. But right now, I guess like the next thing I wanted to work on is like default coloring, and then after that, or it's like pre-coloring things for like register constrained, the virtual registers. And then after that point, yeah, after that point, my plan is to, what's it called? To work on spilling. And then I think from there, we're kind of set, to be honest. Okay, well, I'm too lazy to find it, but it's just like kind of annoying having to deal with being like a couple versions behind on a bunch of platforms. Whereas Fedora is pretty up to date for the most part. Okay, so we have like this fake cost number. And then we want like, so min, std min from algorithm. Actually, no, we shouldn't do that. Yeah, because we want to do a comparison, I guess. Min val, I guess. Curval is cost divided by edges size, I think. That's what we can do. So if this is, so I guess curval's less than min val, then min val equals curval, and then min reg equals reg. There we go. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to we should probably just like abstract this thing out, to be honest. Okay, so let's make a little binary exploitation taught me a lot. Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. There's a lot of things you can learn just by like playing around, to be honest. Okay, so I want to, or actually we don't really need to abstract this yet. we'll figure that out once we get there. But this is the little pile I need to yoink from here. So, zoop, there we go. But instead of reg, we want min reg. And then here, we want min reg. This is remaining at, or we could bracket operator this. Right? Right? We can? Oh, we need to change that as well. Oh, remaining. Whoops. First try. Okay. Yeah. This makes sense. This makes enough sense. Yeah. So this is just like the usual pop, I guess. Actually, let's make a subroutine for this. Subroutine, I guess lambda. So let's do like move to stack. So it's ref our register star reg. So then we can just yoink all of that. I guess we could throw that like this. Let's actually put change down here. Yeah, so we do that, and then we do remaining at reg. Yeah. So for each neighbor, we get rid of the register in it. Yeah. So this actually like does the cleanup. Yeah, I think this is fine. So this adds to stack, this cleans up the edges, and then this removes the register. Okay, so we have this neat little move to stack thing. This is like one of the times where it actually makes sense to like abstract this out. Yeah, so this is we skip it if n is greater than equal to, or no, degree is greater than equal to r. And then here, we call move to stack, we do reg. There we go. And then we can do the same thing down here as well with min reg. Yeah, like that. Which I think this feels a little bit less sloppy already. Let's actually just move this. What the? There we go. Let's actually just make this a little prettier for a second. Yeah, there we go. So peaceful to code with autocomplete. AI just takes stuff the wrong way. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It feels nice actually like doing the code writing. It's like, I don't know, just like workflow wise, I've never really enjoyed. Yeah, I've never really like enjoyed the whole generative AI sort of workflow, at least. Maybe that's just my experience, but like, I don't know about you. I really enjoy like actually writing the code when I'm like coding, so yeah. Okay, this should prioritize our virtual registers now, instead of like maybe sticking a physical register on first by accident, which might cause some issues with like the pop order. I guess, yeah, so we get the virtual registers first. Which is nice. Yeah, okay. I like this. Alternatively, we could de-nest this a little. But this might be a little bit just like insane person. I don't know. Maybe I just like this sort of experience, or this sort of format, I guess. Disabled everywhere. When I was writing a tool for SSC analysts. Yeah, it definitely makes a lot of mess as well. I don't know. Part of it's like how well you can prompt. Part of it is like, are you able to like physically do it without prompting? I guess it's like kind of interesting to think about. How experienced do you need to be with C++ before starting a project like this? Honestly, I think this might be like an insane project to like start learning C++, but I don't really think you need to like know a lot. I think part of the fun is just like using these sorts of really intensive projects to just like learn more about the language. Like I learned a little bit about like ranges and views, for instance, which are like relatively new C++ features. I also had like a stint where I properly learned about like using smart pointers in C++, for instance. I don't think like you necessarily like need to know these sorts of things, but at least like having some like basic knowledge of like how pointers work, I guess. Just like very basic C++. I don't really know how else to really describe it, but just like the fundamental features that like you literally cannot like step around in C++ without knowing, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of my take at least. Okay, so this should be a little bit less insane. I think this is all good. Okay, let's... Floating point exception? What the... I've never run into that before. Do you use desktop or laptop? Desktop for this stuff. Divide by 0. Oh. How are we getting a divide by 0? What the hell? Man, TSPMO. How do we get edges as 0? Oh, I guess that makes sense. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Edges, size. So if that's 0, then we will just make this 0. Otherwise, it's that. We'll just abuse the ternary operator. Did you dye your hair? Yes. For various different reasons, purple turns out to work very well. It also helps a little in like recruiting low-key, because I feel like it helps the recruiter remember me a little bit, but maybe I'm just like insane for that. You're a legend, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, this seems to color, or not necessarily color, but at least work now. So where's the shift register? Okay, let's commit some stuff real quick. This is an insane line of code, by the way. Last person AI will replace? Hell no. I think there are multiple other people that definitely will not be replaced, and they're significantly older than me. Okay, so what is 21 colored to? In both instances, I guess. 15 and 21. So 21 is 15, which is not good. And then 15 is colored to like literal 15. Where is this? Also 15. Okay. That's not ideal. You'll be one of those people that TikTokers, yeah. That would be really funny clickbait, yeah. I was thinking about making shorts or like TikToks, but I don't know. I just don't really have the time for it. Like scrubbing through footage is like low-key annoying. And like just like the more time I focus on like production stuff, the more annoying it all gets. So I've kind of just like let that kind of sit to the wayside at least. Okay. This is really annoying. This is quite annoying. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, and like when we're replacing registers, we need to worry about slides as well. I guess we'll figure that out as we go. Please don't turn to the dark side and spam shorts. Yeah, I don't know. I've personally like been trying to not do short form content, so or like I don't want to watch as much short form content. So in an effort to not contribute to that, I also have a very strong disincentive to do shorts. My parents are like very invested in my channel, and they were like, "You should make shorts," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to," and they're like, "But you should make shorts," and I'm like, "I don't want to," and they're like, "Okay," like they're good, they're quite good parents. Yeah, I don't really have that much to say. Okay, let's commit some stuff. Source commit. So what do we do here? Handle incorrect basic register push order. Okay, so we have that. Oh wait, I need to get rid of the print output. Let's get rid of that. Test. Let's amend. Okay. Just because this is like low-key annoying me, we're just gonna make like a void print registers or oh wait, no. Let's keep this actually. Yeah, okay, maybe we don't get all of the stuff we wanted to get done, but I guess we can make some sort of we can do something at least. Let's just do void print coloring. Register coloring at coloring. We'll just do that. Okay, so we can do that. Let's go up here. Okay, and then yeah, we can do this, and then we can yoink all of this code. Let's throw this here. We don't need that line. We don't need this new line here as well. Yeah, we can just leave it as this. I think this is fine. My parents are tapped in on social media. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like I feel like a lot of like everyone talks about how like young people are like getting one shot by TikTok, but low-key I feel like everyone is. Even just like even like older people are getting one shot by it. Especially like people that didn't grow up with the internet, I think. But maybe that's just my take. I don't know. Okay. Let's add source. Let's just add source. We move print coloring printing to separate function. Let's make real quick. From a gamer's perspective, is having an animation where you collect something by touching it necessary? It's more like the type of experience you want to make, right? Like in our game dev class, something the prof talked about was like it was like actually no, I'm not gonna like get into this whole talk, but there was like this whole thing about like the MDA model of like design. So it's like mechanics and then like dynamics and aesthetics. So mechanics are, you know what, I'll just get into it. Mechanics are like your literal like game mechanics. Dynamics are like the emergent behaviors that come from that. So like games like Currency Systems might like encourage grind, like a lot of player grinding or like account sharing or like that sort of stuff, good or bad. Like games with like team-based features or like some sort of a points benefit for like partying up with people will encourage like team-based gameplay, that sort of stuff. And then all of these come together to form like an aesthetic, which is like, I guess the sort of like vibe your game gives off, both in terms of like visual and also in terms of like the purpose of the game. So like maybe something to like kill time, like your game's intent is to kill time, or you want like players to chase leaderboard spots, like that. Those sorts of like, I guess, overarching gameplay goals, I guess. And then like from the player's end, it goes from aesthetics down to dynamics down to mechanics. But from the developer side, you're kind of working in the opposite direction. So I would think about it in terms of that. I know this is like an insanely long-winded answer to just like a very simple question, but you can use it to, I guess, contribute towards what you want your game to feel like. Okay. I think I should have time to like maybe start looking at this pre-coloring thing. I think we should be able to do something at least. Could move on it and just work on core stuff. I mean, it's like the most meaningful changes are the ones that players don't see, right? Like, or the ones that like they don't notice, because if your experience is like a very immersive experience, it's not going to be something that they like necessarily pick up on. Like, if your game is very polished, they will pick up on the things that are not polished, and that's like kind of the goal, I guess, right? So it's up to you. I think from just like a pure like arts or like artistic expression perspective, it's worth it. But like if you're doing this strictly as a personal project, I guess you could get away with not doing it. Okay, so we need to pre-color. What do we do here? Okay, we need to do this here. So like we want a visitor. I'll probably just define the visitor, and I think I will call it a stream, because I do need to go in like literally 8 minutes. It's like a pretty hard deadline for me. Okay, so let's go to coloring. So let's make like class pre-coloring visitor. This extends instruction visitor public that. Okay, so this should be on screen hopefully. So let's go to instruction backend, this one. Okay, let's go to the bottom. Let's steal this visitor. So let's yoink all of that. Let's make a macro, get rid of that. Let's undefault this. Let's select these, norm. We run the macro, and then let's run it on those. What's wrong here? Oh, I need to do one more pass. So let's go there, LAR, that, next line. So let's do the same thing there. Yoink. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Oh, wait, what? Okay, there we go. First try. So that's like that part done. And then we want private fields as well. So I don't think we need to really construct it. No, we do. We need to construct it with something. I guess we could just give it the coloring thing, and then it would just auto insert, I guess. But that's like kind of awkward, I feel like. It feels a little bit awkward to separate concerns like that. I don't know. I don't know. This doesn't really make sense. I guess we're getting all the constrained registers. So stood unordered set of LAR register star. Let's move this into private fields real quick. Constrained registers. Or I guess we could make this like pre-colorings, I guess. We could make this unordered map, maybe. Yeah, we can do that. So pre-colorings. And then down here, we want some sort of get result. So let's yank that. Let's just stick this here. Let's just make this get result, I guess. Or we could make this coloring actually. We could make this a coloring. Let's change that. Register coloring. And then we can, let's just do that lazily. There we go. Hopefully that was all on screen. Okay, so we have the coloring, and then what else do we do? I don't think we need a constructor. We just store a bunch of colorings here and like life is good. Yeah, this seems fine. Okay. We'll figure out the visitor stuff later. It'll be interesting. But real quick, I guess get status, get add, source, scaffold, pre-coloring visitor. Maybe I should like steal all this, add the actual like body to it. So let's actually just yoink. Let's put this at the bottom here. This should be pretty easy though. This get result. Return pre-colorings. There we go. That one's nice. Oh, I need to stop recording. Okay, so let's record macro. Let's replace this. And then we want pre-coloring visitor. Next line. There we go. Yeah, we'll just do this by hand because I'm lazy. There we go. Okay, we can figure that out later. And then what else do we need out of this? I guess we could call this real quick. So it's up here. So I guess for auto. Oh fuck. Okay, I do need to head off in a second. Okay. We'll save this for next time. Let's add source git commit amend. Okay, we'll save that for next time. Okay. Git push. Okay. Yeah, I do need to head out, so I'm gonna head out now. Thank you all so much for showing up. I will send y'all to a different streamer actually this time, because one of my friends is streaming and he is the GOAT. Thanks y'all for showing up today. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream, sub to the channel. While you're down there, make sure you join the Discord. Also my LinkedIn is there. GitHub is there. GitHub sponsors is there. I will send y'all to, let's see if he's still live. I hope he's live. Okay, he is still live. Aiden is one of my friends. He is the GOAT. Y'all should head over to his channel real quick. I'll drop the stream link in the chat actually. Okay. Take care y'all. Take it easy and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.